Hello YouTube. In this video I'm going to be going over perhaps the largest and the biggest killer in wilderness survival that nobody really thinks about, and that's hypothermia. There's two terms to know with this. Hypothermia is when your body temperature lowers. Hyperthermia is when your body temperature rises what it's supposed to be. So either way, hyper is above, so think hyper above, or hypo below. Okay. Usually, brain death can ensue if your body reaches an internal temperature of 104 or greater. If your body temperature drops, I'd say maybe 96, 95, definitely by the time you hit 90, if you're not dead, you're really close. Because we all know that the body's temperature is supposed to be 98.6, right? Well, I would say definitely by the time you're in the low 90s, you're either dead or really not doing well. I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that if you're anywhere near the low 90s, you're in deep trouble. Okay. So let's look at the ways that you lose body temperature. Okay. Obviously, you're gonna lose body temperature if you're surrounded with cold things or you're in a cold environment. Okay. So wind whipping past your body is gonna deplete the body heat you have. If you're wet and it's cold out, that will also deplete your temperature. If you are soaking wet and you aren't trying to dry yourself out, that will deplete your core temperature. If you are trying to sleep all night without a campfire near you, in most cases that will deplete your body's core temperature. If you're laying on the ground without any padding or any moisture barrier, it will deplete your body's core temperature, because the ground will literally suck all the heat out of your body. So if you are going to lay on the ground, you need to have something in between you and the ground. If you are in a wilderness situation and you are not dressed for the elements, you may not make it till morning. Probably the best video that I've seen on this topic was Survival Adventure Net. There is a video about hypothermia. Granted, it takes about 45 minutes to go through, and I would recommend that for anybody to watch, so that they actually have an understanding of what happens when you have hypothermia. Two of the guys in that video had to be rescued from the elements. If that first aid personnel wasn't there, that EMT wouldn't have been there. I doubt severely that they would have survived much longer. So that's something to think about. That's your first priority, is ensuring that you maintain your body core temperature. I know it's something. It's a boring topic to a lot of people because we're not talking about hunting. We're not talking about snaring things. We're not talking about collecting berries and nuts and fruits and whatever. Nevertheless, it's very important. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your time. Defend your homes wisely.